welcome to Move with Melinda. I am sitting here with Dorothy Peterson. She's a psychotherapist and counselor from Clear Mind Counseling. There's a location here in Orangeville and in Brampton. I'm so happy to meet you, Dorothy. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Today we are going to talk about how exercise affects our mental health. So, Dorothy, let's get right into it. What do you do as a psychotherapist, and how does psychotherapy work?
As a psychotherapist, I talk to people. When they talk to me, they're assured of confidentiality, and that can be very important to people, especially when they're talking to me about very sensitive issues. I also try and give them some skills and techniques that they can use to help overcome difficulties that they're having or behaviors that they want to change.
And what kind of behaviors or issues do you have to deal with at your practice? Can you list some of those?
Well, some people might come because they have things like obsessive compulsive disorder and they want to get beyond it. Mm-hmm. Some people might have anxiety issues that are causing them to behave in ways that they really don't want to do. And so they'll come with things like that as well.
What about eating disorders or depression? Do you deal with any people like that at your practice?
Depression it seems as if there's an epidemic of depression just now.
Oh boy.
I do from time to time get people coming in with eating disorders, but I don't get a lot of them.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine, but depression is on the uprise.
Depression and anxiety both. It's like they're epidemic conditions right now.
And why do you think that is?
Well, different conditions seem to come and go in waves. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll be inundated with people who have anxiety, depression, maybe both. Mm-hmm. And then that will wane away, and then I'll be inundated with people who want couples counseling or family counseling or have issues with their children or things like that.
So you deal with about a lot of different things.
Yes.
Not just single persons.
No.
You deal with men, women, couples, families, you name it.
Absolutely.
So that's very interesting that depression is on the rise. I know that we had a really bad winter.
Yes.
And the seasonal affective disorder.
That's right.
Without a lot of sunlight. I wonder if that has a lot to do with it. I always say to my clients and my members, get out, get moving, move more, and then maybe you'll feel a little bit better.
Yes.
Do you think that could be...
And getting out in the sunshine is important for people too.
Absolutely, we need that.
But there's no question everyone was sun-starved this winter. We had a terrible winter, and a lot of people suffered from that. And I think quite possibly that's why I had a lot of people with depression in the early spring.
Wow. Okay. So do you tell us what you think about, tell us how staying active and physical exercise helps the brain, and what part of the brain does it benefit?
Physical exercise helps the brain because when you're out there moving, your heart rate increases, and that takes more oxygen to the brain. So immediately, just from that alone, you can think clearer. Okay.
Absolutely, that's focus.
Yeah, there's that, absolutely. But it also it helps release hormones in the brain that are complementary to the manufacture of different brain cells. So neural activity and neural connections are very important, and they're enhanced with this hormonal activity that takes place when you exercise.
What's it called?
Well, there's neurons, little neurons in the brain,
mm-hmm.
okay? And so that helps with brain plasticity. So let's say you had a brain injury, for instance, being able to move and get some of that blood going to the brain, getting that oxygen to the brain, getting those hormones released, enhancing cellular recreation, that all
plays a part in it.
Absolutely.
So I call it the feel-good hormones that are released during a good workout where your heart rate gets up there and you just feel amazing at the end.
Yes.
That's great. Do you suggest any certain physical movement for certain issues? For example, somebody that has an eating disorder, do you think that they should do high intensity exercise, or somebody with anxiety, should they do something like stretches? Or does physical activity just help overall?
Eating disorders those are conditions that I would absolutely encourage people not to exercise from, especially if you're looking at anorexia or bulimia or something like that, because people who have those kind of conditions, it can be life-threatening, and so you may not want them to use up the few calories they're eating a day on exercise. It may be imperative that they preserve whatever caloric intake they've got. So I wouldn't recommend any kind of exercise for them. In fact, that's when medical intervention is essential.
Is needed, definitely.
The likes of depression or anxiety or anything like that, I always encourage people to walk and walk briskly.
Exactly.
And that can be really hard to do if someone has, for instance, depression, because you're depressed, you don't feel like getting up and moving. But in actual fact, if you can just push yourself and say, I've got the entire day to lie in bed or lie on the sofa, all I have to do here is just go out and walk for half an hour and then come back in and I can get back on the sofa. They can sometimes get beyond that. Being able to do that on a daily basis can make a tremendous difference.
Well, I'm with you on that one. You can probably do at least 5,000 steps in a half an hour. It's just getting that move, that push out the door to get moving. And that's where I come in. I like to be very inspirational and get that person to move.
Right.
So that's good to know. So eating disorders you wouldn't recommend, and I could agree with that. So let's talk about prescriptions. So a lot of people that have depression, like you just said, yeah, get out there moving. But some people are like, you know what, I want a quick fix. I'm depressed, I don't want to move. Just give me a pill and make me feel better. So what do you say to that? Why exercise if they can just take an antidepressant pill or any other psychotropic drug?
Well, the talk therapy that I do with people and other therapies that I do are interactive therapies. So there are no drugs involved in it. So that means there are no side effects. So that in and of itself is a bonus, I think. And I admit that I'm biased, but I think what I do works. And I have a firm belief that drugs should only be used as a last resort. Now, I don't want you to misunderstand me and say that I'm not saying that drugs should never be used. Some people have to have psychotropic drugs. There's just no two ways about it. But a lot of people might have a temporary situational reaction. They might have a temporary form of depression. And when they go to the doctors, I firmly believe that drugs or any kind of prescription for psychotropic drugs should not be the first means of defense. That should be the last resort.
On that note, do you think that the medical profession is quick to overprescribe?
Well, I think that's what doctors are trained to do.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think I've ever...
And I also think they come under a lot of pressure. I mean, you know, patients can go in and really give them a hard time and demand that they give them something to make them feel better. And a lot of people want a magic bullet and they want it now, and that's all that there is to it.
Exactly. And that's why we always suggest get out, get moving, work out with a buddy. You may be depressed for the rest of the day, whatever your case is, but I know that once they move, they're going to feel better.
Yes.
Because I went through the same thing when I was younger. I fought depression a lot, and I just knew once I started moving that I started feeling better. So I always equated, like always related movement to feeling better.
Yes.
And it just carried through my whole life. And then I was kind of diagnosed, yeah, you got a little bit of depression. But it's great, whatever, it could be seasonal, whatever it was for me. But it's so good. What I want to ask you is that some people, all they need is to talk to somebody, like yourself, a counselor, a psychotherapist. And I feel that sometimes when people are alone, they really feel alone when they're going through certain anxieties or depression. So what would you suggest them to do? Like, how do they trigger, like, all I need to do is talk to someone and I'm sure you can feel a lot better? How can we get that word out there that they're never really alone as long as they tell somebody of their issue?
That is true, and loneliness is another condition that we're seeing more and more of all the time just now. So many people have either lost the skill of how to interact with other people, how to have social conversations, They're afraid to approach other people because they hear so many bad things, or they've had bad experiences themselves, and they're afraid to go out there and get burned again.
So that's why they're afraid to be in social settings and
Absolutely.
things like that. So that's some people that would come in to talk with you, and
Yes,
you deal with all that.
absolutely. Because I'm a very safe setting. They're safe in the office
Exactly.
with me because they can tell me the most awful things, the things that might be really scary to them, but they know that by law I have to keep what they tell me private and confidential.
Exactly. On that note, like I always hear about women having anxiety and depression and eating disorders. I don't hear a lot of men having these issues. Do you see more women patients in your practice, or women, men or women?
I probably see a little more women, but there are increasing numbers of men who are coming out now too.
That's great. And why do you
Yes.
think they're slower to come out of the closet, per se?
Because they're afraid. They don't know what's going to happen when they come and see me. And I told you before,
Yes,
I've had
we were
men
talking.
show up at the door visibly shaking before they came in to see me, because they were afraid that I was going to be able to read their mind, or they were going to have to lie on a couch, and all sorts of scary scenarios went through their minds as to what they were going to deal with me.
How do you make people, men and women, feel comfortable when they come and see you? Like, what is your first steps you do to make them trust you and open up to you? Because it must be a hard job, especially men that are scared.
No, I don't do any particular techniques, to be honest, Melinda. I'm just very much myself, and I'm very honest with them. And one of the things that I do rely on, because it's what I've always relied on throughout life, is humor. And I think humor is a very important aspect of therapy. I think you have to be able to look at some things lightly, and I think you have to be able to, every once in a while, just have a little bit of lightheartedness.
Well, I'm really glad you said that, because one thing I say in all of my classes, you know that you can burn more calories if you smile? And it's true, it really, really works.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. You've said
Yeah.
so much information, you've given me so much information, hopefully the viewers grabbed it all. Exercise is really important to our mental health, to make us feel a little bit better, and talking to someone is also so helpful. You can find Dorothy's information on the screen after this episode. Feel free to contact us and her at any time. Again, thank you for being with Move with Melinda. Thank you, Dorothy. That was really
Thank you.
good. Welcome back with Move with Melinda. I hope you enjoyed that interview with Dorothy Peterson, and we were talking about how exercise affects our mental health. Well, I'm going to give you a little routine that's really going to affect your mental health. I'm going to make you feel a little bit better today. Welcome my guest, Mary D'Addario, with me. She's my inspirational model. We're going to do a HIIT routine with you. It's a high intensity interval routine that will get your heart rate going, get the endorphins flowing through your body, and make you feel a little bit better and get fit today. Watch Mary, she's going to be doing the modifications, and I'm going to take you into progressions. So work at your pace. We're going to go at a moderate pace right now, so don't be scared. You don't need any tools but yourself. So we're going to start with warming up. All right, so we're going to brace in the core, slight bend in the knees, and shoulder rolls. Oh yeah, 6. Getting the shoulders ready for the workout ahead. 4, 3, 2. All right, get ready for toe taps. Right and left. Let's add in the arms. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Let's reach high, Mary. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're gonna go back down low again. One more time. Here we go. 8, 7. Get low on the knees. Warming up. 4, 3, 2. Going high. Last round. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And running on the spot a little bit. Right, just lift your heels a little bit. Straight back, running arms. Great stuff. Getting that heart rate, we want to get all the muscles warm because we're going to be doing a lot of moves today. Excellent. Keep it going, keep it going. We're going to go into a modified jumping jack. So we're going to tap out and raise our arms. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Out, out. There we go. 6, 5, 4, 3. Another round. 2, 1, 8, 7, 6, 5. We're going to do one more move before we start the routine today. Last one. All right. So down you go. Spread your legs, sumo squat, elbows together, shoulders back, and a little torso rotation. Excellent. This will get that stomach going. Excellent. I'm feeling warm. I'm feeling revved up to go. All right. We're going to have 3 blocks of work today. And we're gonna have a little bit of a break in between. All right, coming up, marching. Keep it moving, get the heart rate just down a little bit, but we're ready for the workout. So like I said, we're gonna have 3 blocks of work. We're gonna have a little bit of a time in between each block to bring down that heart rate, and we're gonna bring it back up. So time, you can do these HIIT workouts with repetitions or time. Today we're gonna do a certain amount of repetitions. All right, so remember this number because 8 is the magic number. We're gonna do some lunges, squat lunges. Then we're gonna do 8 skiing jumps, and then we're gonna do some high knees. 2 rounds. Ready, Mary? All right, right foot in front. Here we go. Lunge, squat, lunge, squat. Yeah, keep it going. 4, bracing the core. 3 more. 3. Keep going. 2 more. Last one. Bring your feet together. Let's go into skiing. 8, 7. Get those elbows high. 4, 3, 2, and knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Keep it going. 4 more times. Heart rate's racing. Yes, 3 more times. Back is flat, knees are high. Follow Mary for modifications. 2 more times. Last one. Here we go again. Left behind right. Lunge, squat, lunge. Oh, breathe. 4. Good stuff. 3, 2, last one. Feet together. Let's go for skiing. Grab the poles. Dig them in. 5, 4, 3, 2, bring up the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Brace in the core, good stuff. 2, 3, 4. 4 more times. We're almost there, come on. Stay with me. 2 more times. Last time. Excellent. New move. Squat, turn right, side lunge. Squat. 7, 6, 5, 4. Feel that in the legs. 2. Last one. A few marches. 1 more round to go. 5, 4. We're going to set up on the left side. Right behind, left. Here we go. 8. Squat. 7. Last round ahead. We got this. Burn the calories long after you stop today. 2, last one. Feet together, ski. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2. Give me the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breaking the core. 4 more times. Ho! 2 more. One more round is coming. We got this. Let's go. Lunge, squat, lunge. 6. The lower you go, the more of a progression, yeah? Come on. 3. There we go. 2, last one. Bring the feet together. Ski. 8, 7, 6. Come on, dig it. 4, 3, 2, knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can add some movement back and forth if you like. One more time. Oh, 3 more times. You're with me, Mary. Come on, last time. All right, great. Set up for squat. Squat, turn. Right. 6. What's good after this? We get a little break, little recovery. 3, 2, last one. Excellent, march it out. Great stuff, we're doing really well. We're gonna move into the second block, bringing that heart rate down just a bit, or we wanna bring it right back up. That's why we call it high intensity interval training. All right, so we're gonna bend our legs a little bit. Mary's gonna stay in the modification. We're gonna step twice to the right and back to the left, 8 times. And we're gonna add in some chest presses. We're ready for it? Let's do it. 1, 2. So I'm trying to go a little bit lower. 1 more. Then Mary's gonna add in a little progression. Lift, drop, and back. Watch me for progression. Yes, back. 3 more. 2 more. Oh, I feel shoulder presses coming. 1 more, I missed that one. Come on, up. Great stuff. Reset, shoulder press, tap out right. 8, 7, bend that knee, feel it in the quads. 4, 3, 2, other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You're gonna alternate the legs. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5. Drive from the shoulders. 3. 1 more round is coming. 1 more. Let's go. Left. Bend. 1 and 2. There we go. When you're ready, Mary, lift that leg and hold. Good. Watch me for a progression. Ho! Back. 3, 2. Last one. Oh, yeah. All right. Great stuff. Come back. Set up. Shoulder press is right. 8, 7. Bend that knee. Feel it in your quads. 3, 2. Other side. 8, 7. Mary's going to stick with alternating. I'm going to take the progression. 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 4, 2, 1. March it out. Excellent work. 15 seconds, 20-second break. We're moving on to our last block. This is it, Mary. All right. Don't be afraid what I'm going to say, but we're going to do some burpees. Why you don't need to be afraid? Because Mary is going to show you the modifications. So if you can't flex your spine yet, you don't have that shoulder strength yet, follow her. All right, and in between that, we're going to do some chest presses and tapping out. We're going to start off with 8 and decrease. Then we're going to do 4 of each, then 2 of each. Total of 16. All right, we're ready to go. Let's do this. All right, so burpees are first. 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 more. 6. 5. Good stuff. 4 more. 3 more. Get your weight over the shoulders. Brace in the core. Count 1 more. All right, set up. Chest presses. 8, 7. Feel it in the back. 5, 4, 3, 2. We got 4 burpees. Let's go. Down, back, up. All right, I'm gonna try to progress it. and bounce up. One more. 4 chest presses are coming. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 2 and 2. Let's do it. Down, back, up. Chest presses. 2. One more. 2, 2. Let's finish this. Give me your all. Come on. Chest presses. March it out. Excellent. 10-second break. Maybe we're going to do one more round. What do you think? Ready? Give me 8 burpees. Let's go. Down, up, 7. Finish it off. 8 burpees. 6. Great way to end the day. Total body. You're getting every part. Oh, 3 more. Sometimes I lose count. There'll always be this benefit though. Last one. Excellent. Set up. Right foot. Lift. Drop. 7. So we want to crunch in. 6. I'm going to add in 5. Back. Oblique. 3. 2. And 1. Turn around. Finish it off, Mary. 8. 7. 6. 5. All right, thank you for being with Move with Melinda. Until next time, 2. Keep moving. March it out. Let's pull down. Woo! Feel good. Good hormones. All right, warm it down, cool it down. Ooh, heart rate's up. I love when the chemicals are flowing, and this is what makes me happy.